Chapter 36:26. Everything in the world counters each other. It's because of your existence that God created me to counter you. Su Xiaoxiao stuck out her tongue and made a face at Gao Yarwo. Gao Yarwo was so angry that she almost fell to the ground and foamed at the mouth. You just wait and see. I'll teach you a lesson. Gao Yarwo was so angry that her fingers trembled. Yarwo, forget it. She's President Su's wife. Let's not mess with her. President Su has slept with many women. She's just a novelty for a few days. After a while, President Su will find a new woman. I'll teach her a lesson. Gao Yarwo believed her intuition was right. She was waiting for the day when Su Xiaoxiao would fall out of favor. After class, Su Xiaoxiao went to eat with Han Yueyao. However, she didn't see Han Yueyao and didn't reply to her WeChat messages. At this moment, Su Yu had dragged Han Yueyao to a ladies' club. President Su, what's going on? Are you giving me a mid-autumn festival bonus? Looking at the dazzling array of women's clothing, Han Yueyao half-joked. If you think so, then take it as a bonus. Choose for yourself. Can I have all of them? Shame on you, Su Yu scolded in annoyance. Didn't you say you could choose whatever you want? Do you think I'm stupid? I can only choose one. I'm telling you, it's for Mion's birthday party. Wow. Are you going to take me? What else can I do? Do you think I'll go alone? Su Yu had enough of being called a bachelor. Besides, he heard from Mion on WeChat that Zheng Ro would go as well. He had to continue this act. He really didn't want to have anything to do with Zheng Ro. He pretended to be a couple with Zheng Ro because Zheng Ro hadn't fallen in love with him yet. Su Yu didn't want to owe her a favor, especially when it came to relationships. He had let down such a good girl, Nieling Xian. He really didn't want to hurt other women. Since Han Yueyao didn't seem interested in him, Su Yu thought they could work together. Only one set? So stingy. Han Yueyao sighed. One set is already good enough. It's a gift for you. If it were someone else, I wouldn't even take off the tag and return it immediately after wearing it, Su Yu said deliberately. So, when the outside world says that you're a godly tycoon, it's actually fake. You're a stingy rich man. Cut the crap. Hurry up and choose. Can I choose shoes? Han Yueyao chuckled. You can choose any underwear or underwear. Just choose. This is the only time. You can't miss this opportunity. You're ruthless. In that case, I won't hold back, President Su. Then she stood up and yelled, Shop assistant, I want the most expensive dress in this shop. Size S, size 36 shoes, and size S underwear. If you have a hat, give me one. If the bag is too expensive, I don't want it. Also, give me a pair of pearl earrings. They must be white with lace to match. Su Yu. Half an hour later, Han Yueyao came out in the most expensive dress she had bought. After all, Han Yueyao was a dancer and was very thin. But she was still able to stand in this pink dress. If it were anyone else, they would have looked like they were from the countryside. Miss, you're the first one who doesn't look out of place in this dress. It's really beautiful, the shop assistant praised sincerely. President Su, please pay for it. I'll take this. Han Yueyao pointed at the dress she was wearing happily. President Su, the total cost is 230,000 yuan. So expensive? Su Yu was extremely reluctant. He had a feeling that the girl was trying to rip him off. That dress is a limited edition. It costs 160,000 yuan. Okay. Pay by card. Su Yu didn't want to hear more. He took out his black gold card and handed it to her. President Su, your girlfriend is so beautiful. She's very elegant. I'm not his girlfriend. I'm an employee of his company. Boss Su is in a good mood recently and gave my employees a mid-autumn festival benefit. So, beauty, do you want to work at Imperial Star? Maybe the next Christmas benefit will be a sports car. Hearing this, Su Yu almost fainted. Han Yueyao, are you having fun? Su Yu rolled his eyes. Chapter 36:27. Thank you for the Mid-Autumn Festival gift, President Su. Han Yueyao narrowed her eyes with a smile. Su Yu touched his nose and turned to leave without a word. It seemed his dad was furious this time. I'm telling you, I didn't buy this dress for you to wear on your date with those hooligans. It's for Mion's birthday. I know. I'll do my best. Girl, you're so snobbish. Don't you know how to pretend? Su, you thought this woman loved money too much. Last time, when he gave her 2,000 yuan, she took it without a word. This time, she didn't say she didn't want it when he took her shopping. If it were other women, they would at least be more reserved. Even if they really wanted it, they wouldn't say it out loud. I don't like to beat around the bush. We're all busy and don't want to waste time. Forget it. You're right no matter what I say. Anyway, remember not to run around that day. I'll pick you up and we'll get on the boat. President Su, I want to ask how much I'll be paid to pretend to be your date that day. What did you say? Su, you almost thought he heard it wrong. I said, the payment for that day. How dare you ask me for payment? You just spent more than 200,000 yuan on me. Do you know that? You're worth less than 200,000 yuan even if I sell you. Su Yu was furious. It's not like that. President Su, you gave me the dress willingly. Besides, the tag was cut so I can't return it. I can't work for free. You mean if you don't be my date, you won't go to Mion's birthday party? No. If you don't let me be your date, I'll go by myself. But it's different. I won't be so tired and won't have to deal with that woman in the hospital for you. That woman is really fierce and requires physical and mental strength. Of course, if you don't think it's worth it, I'll give the dress back to you. Or, you can find someone else. I think Gao Yaruo is a good choice. Han Yueyao, you did it on purpose, didn't you? Su Yu looked down at the little girl condescendingly. She was very eloquent and could talk back to him no matter what he said. Gao Yaruo was a typical white lotus. Su Yu didn't even want to look at her. Although Han Yueyao was greedy, she didn't look so annoying. How would I dare to do that? I'm just recommending someone to you out of goodwill. Thank you for your kindness. Keep it, President Su, about the payment, 2,000 a day. Same old rules. Su Yu tried his best to keep calm. How can that be? How can 2,000 be enough to handle so many people on such a big occasion? Then how much do you want? Su Yu's face was gloomy, as if he was about to explode at any moment. 5,000. No, 3,000. Su Yu bargained. Fixed price, 3,500. 3,200. Su Yu continued to bargain. Big boss, you're a godly tycoon with a net worth of billions. Can you not be so stingy? You wouldn't even pick up 200 yuan if it was thrown on the ground. Aren't you embarrassed to bargain with me? You're shameless enough to ask me for it. Why would I be embarrassed to cut it off? I don't need money because I'm just an ordinary person. But you're a big shot. Don't you care about your dignity? Cut the crap. 3,200. No, 3,500. I can't go any lower. Or you can find someone else. Han Yueyao insisted. Su Yu bit his lips, trying to suppress his anger. Han Yueyao, you've offended the boss. Do you still want to be successful in Imperial Star? Su Yu asked with his hands on his hips. Chapter 3628. Thank you for your reminder, boss. But I don't want to be successful. I just want to make some money to support my family. Go back. I don't want to see you. Su Yu waved his hand and shooed the talkative guy away. Then he drove away in his sports car. Holding the bag of luxury goods Su Yu bought for her, Han Yueyao had mixed feelings. She hoped her behavior would make President Su think she was a materialistic person. That way, Su Yu wouldn't treat her well, and she wouldn't fall for him like all the other women who liked Su Yu in the past. Yes, no one knew that Han Yueyao was using this method to protect herself. She didn't want to get hurt. When she got back, Su Xiaoxiao was already in the dorm. Hey Yao, you're back? Yeah. Damn. You're rich. Even I can't afford this brand. No. President Su bought it for me. What? Su Yu bought it for you? He really likes you? Su Xiaoxiao smirked. It's not what you think. He asked me for help, so Han Yueyao put down the bags and sat on the bed, looking tired. Yao Yao, your relationship with my uncle is developing really fast recently. There's no development. I'm pissing President Su off. He won't die. My uncle is naughty and ordinary people are no match for him. Su Xiaoxiao had always thought highly of Su Yu and Han Yueyao. Maybe it was her woman's intuition, but she had a feeling that something would happen between Yao Yao and Su Yu. Forget it. Let's not talk about it. Han Yueyao didn't want to talk about the few interactions she had with Su Yu. Since she didn't have a chance, she didn't want to think about it. Whether it was Mrs. Su or Sister Mian, they couldn't get involved in the relationship. The distance between her and Su Yu was like the distance between the sky and the sea. They were thousands of miles apart. Come on, have some fruit. Su Xiaoxiao pointed at the ground and Han Yueyao saw there were so many fruits. You bought so many. Can we finish them all? I didn't buy it. Brother Lin gave it to me. Oh. Han Yueyao had nothing to do with Lin Hang. She didn't want to know more about this weirdo. Brother Lin told me to thank you. Why are you thanking me? You're the one who saved him. But you did greet Chief Gao that day. Anyway, he was in a good mood. He even bought me ice cream. Su Xiaoxiao seemed to really like the guy in the car repair shop. Therefore, even if he only bought her an ice cream, she would still jump in joy. Xiaoxiao, although I don't have much experience in love, I feel that, if the woman is the one who gives a lot in a relationship, it will be very tiring. I know. So, are you still going to persevere? Is that kid really that good? That's right. In my heart he's the best. I'm still young. In another 2 years, I'll go home and steal the household register to marry him. Did he agree? He doesn't need to agree. It's fine as long as I agree. It was indeed the style of a female bandit. The Su family seemed to be so domineering. Han Yueyao couldn't help but think of Su Yu and the legends about him. Xiaoxiao, President Su loved Sister Mian for so many years and did so many things for her. Was Dr. Hua ever moved? Did he never waver? Especially when he lived with the Su family for more than a year. So, you want to ask me if Dr. Hua ever liked my uncle? Su Xiaoxiao took a bite of the apple and concluded. Yes. I'm curious. Han Yueyao nodded. Chapter 36-29. Then I have a way to let you know. What? You can ask Dr. Hua directly. Su Xiaoxiao smirked. I'm afraid he'll kick me out. Han Yueyao covered her face. She thought to herself, what kind of idea is this girl coming up with? If she asked directly, she wouldn't have to hesitate. Let's stop fooling around. In fact, the answer to this matter is very simple. Don't scare me again. Han Yueyao had been pranked too many times and obviously didn't believe Su Xiaoxiao's words. No, I'm serious. My uncle is handsome, powerful, and charismatic. Most importantly, he's so good to Dr. Hua. He loves her so much. If it were any other woman, they would have fallen for him long ago. I don't think Dr. Hua has been able to stay calm all these years because she has strong willpower. Willpower is nothing in the face of love. Then you mean? Yi Zichen asked. I think there's only one reason. The man by Dr. Hua's side is so outstanding that he completely overshadows my uncle's aura. So, Dr. Hua only has eyes for that man. You mean Sister Mian's husband? I haven't seen that man many times and don't know him well, so I can't comment. Han Yueyao tried to recall the few times she had met Qin Chu. Although he was handsome, he didn't talk much. She remembered that he was a man of few words. But indeed, Sister Mian seemed to listen to him. She snuggled up to him like a little child. Maybe this was love? Dr. Hua's birthday party must be very lively. My uncle is not bad. He even bought you new clothes. He did it to help him. Don't say that. If he really wanted to help, it would have been the same for anyone. But he chose you. Don't spread rumors. Maybe it's because I'm going, so we formed a team. Han Yueyao didn't dare to think too deeply about Su Yu's motive. The two girls were chatting in the dormitory. Late at night, South Hill Manor, after the children fell asleep, Huamin and Qin Chu went upstairs to their room. Honey, wear this. I'll take you to a place. Qin Chu pointed at a handbag on the bed. What is this? Uniform temptation? Yes, that's true. Qin Chu smiled slightly and didn't say much. Someone's in the mood today. But it's useless to prepare these things. I can't do that with you. Huamin blushed slightly. You're thinking too much. That's not what I meant. Mr. Qin thought that Huamin looked the best when he blushed. She had already given birth to 2 children and became a mother, but she had not changed after all these years. What kind of uniform is it? Police or stewardess? Huamin asked curiously as he opened the bag. Qin Chu did not answer. When she took out the clothes, her eyes immediately became moist. It was indeed a uniform, and it was so familiar to her. Where did you get it? Ta. Huamin smiled with tears in her eyes. She held the jacket. It was the second high school uniform. Huamin's eyes were filled with memories whenever she saw this uniform. At that time, the uniforms were all the same and it was easy to get mixed up. So, Huamin asked her mother to embroider the word Mian on the collar of the uniform. So, she subconsciously turned the collar. When she saw that familiar word, she couldn't stop her tears from falling. Do you like it, honey? Qin Chu gently hugged Huamin from behind. Chapter 3630. I do, but why are you looking for your school uniform all of a sudden? Huamin held back her tears and snuggled in Qin Chu's arms, feeling warm. After graduation, this uniform was kept at the bottom of the box. She never took it out to wear. When she went back to school with Qin Chu for the homecoming event, the school also provided her with a new uniform. So, when Huamin saw the uniform that belonged to her again, she felt a lot of emotions. She had spent 3 happy years with Qin Chu at second high, and it was also the most innocent and naive time of her life. Put it on and come with me. Mr. Qin still didn't want to reveal more. He had always been secretive. Huamin put it on obediently. When she looked in the mirror, she couldn't help but laugh. I'm pregnant now. If I wear this back to school, will the security guard think that I'm hiding explosives in my belly? We're not going back to school. Don't worry. If we're not going back to school, won't people think that we're crazy if we wear this out in the middle of the night? Huamin was worried. They won't. Let's go. Qin Chu carefully held her hand, and the couple tiptoed downstairs. After they opened the door and left, Pudding stood at the unlocked door and sighed. What's wrong? Pudding? On the other end of the phone, she was video chatting with Wei Yunchu. My daddy and mommy are secretly dating again. Every time it happens, I feel like I'm extra. Haha, it's normal. At least your Uncle Qin knows how to secretly. My old Wei. He's blatantly abusing me. At home, he calls me mommy a little. My dear Xiaowei. That's how it is. So, be content. Uncle Wei has such a cute side. Pudding couldn't help but laugh when she saw how vividly Wei Yunchu acted. Of course. My old Wei is always arrogant outside, but when he's home, he listens to my mommy. Of course, I do too. Mommy is the biggest in our family. Little Bean and I used to be at the bottom. Now that my little brother is about to be born, he'll be at the bottom. How pitiful. He has to take the blame before he's even born. That's why his name is Qin Guogua. That's a good name. Creative. Where's Little Bean? Are you asleep? She's already sleeping like a pig. Look at her. She's asleep, and she's still holding onto the Yakult in her hand. Pudding shifted the camera to Little Bean. She was holding a bottle of Yakult yogurt in her arms, and crystal clear saliva was dripping from her mouth. Oh my God, this sleeping posture is really intoxicating. Wei Yunchu and Pudding's relationship had always been stable. They played together, talked about school, friends, and their dreams. Wei Yunchu even gave Pudding all his New Year's money and private savings for the past few years. He asked Pudding to help him invest in stocks. This kid had hidden his wealth well. Adding it all up, it was a few million. Although it was just a small amount for Pudding, she still helped Wei Yunchu manage his investments. Sometimes, she would even take the initiative to send him a WeChat message when it increased a lot in a day. Pudding, when you grow up, can you move into my house? Why would I move into your house? Pudding actually understood immediately, but she pretended not to. Just like your mom and dad, living together, my parents are husband and wife. We're not. Pudding turned her face shyly. We are. We grew up together as childhood sweethearts. When we reach your parents' age, we'll have known each other longer than they have. What if you like another girl when you grow up? putting through a difficult question at him. Chapter 36-31. I don't think so. Wei Yunchu was very certain. Why? Because there are a lot of girls in school now, but I don't play with them. It's so late, but I still video chat with you. What do you think? Wei Yunchu was famous for his high IQ and EQ, especially when he often played with the twins. Therefore, he didn't know anything about love. He didn't know what it felt like. He only knew that he was always with Pudding, and everyone thought that they would be together in the future. Therefore, all of this was logical. Right now, he only felt that love and marriage were living together. Just like his parents and Pudding's parents. They didn't quarrel and were very loving. It was enough for their families to be harmonious. When they grew up, they realized love wasn't that easy. No one would always have a smooth sailing until the end. On the road of love, many people would be tortured to death if they weren't careful. This had nothing to do with IQ and EQ. Of course, this was all in the future. Qin Chu drove out with Huamin, followed by bodyguards. Right now, he wasn't confident that he could protect Mian by himself. Ever since Nalo came, Qin Chu had been even more vigilant. Qin Chu drove his sports car in front, and the bodyguards' cars followed in front and behind. They formed a circle from afar, and no one could escape from them. They didn't stop until they reached a movie theater. Honey, are you going to treat me to a movie? Huamin glanced at the movie theater after getting out of the car. This was a very famous movie theater in the city because the visual and sound effects were the best. Therefore, it was almost full every day, especially when there was a big movie showing. Yeah, let's watch a movie first. Do you want to buy popcorn and Coke? Huamin smiled. No, I'll treat you to something special. With that, Qin Chu held her hand and walked in. Mr. Qin, Mrs. Qin, you're here. The staff inside had obviously been carefully prepared. Honey, did you book the whole theater? Huamin asked in a low voice. No, it's just the two of us watching. There's no atmosphere. We need a lot of people watching. In order to ensure Huamin's safety, Qin Chu wanted to find someone to watch the movie with him. Instead, they were the theater's staff, bodyguards, and some of GK's higher-ups. In this way, more than 200 seats were filled. Huamin and Qin Chu sat in the middle. Mr. Qin, here's your item. The staff member carefully handed something over. Qin Chu took it and gave it to Huamin. This is sparkling water? Huamin was a little surprised. The bubble water company had closed down a long time ago. It was only popular during the years when they were in school. Later on, it produced many drinks one after another. No one was drinking that cheap and high-quality sparkling water anymore. I asked his boss to make 2 bottles personally. Drink it and see if it still tastes the same. Yes. Huamin lowered his head in surprise and sucked on the straw. Then, with the first sip, it tasted the same as the taste in her memory. It's so good. She smiled with satisfaction. What about this? Do you want to eat it? Qin Chu pulled out a stick of roasted corn out of nowhere. This was Huamin's favorite snack. Honey, you're so well prepared. So, what movie are you treating me to today? You who sat next to me? Seeing that Qin Chu had prepared a nostalgic route, Huamin could roughly guess what movie they were going to watch today. Just watch and you'll know. Just then, the theater darkened and the movie started. The first monologue already made Huamin's heart pound. A man and a woman's voices came from the big screen. Chapter 36-32. A man's voice said, Mian, the first time I saw you, I thought that this girl would be my wife. A woman's voice said, the first time I saw you, I thought, this man is so handsome, I wonder who will be unlucky enough to marry him. Honey, this is... Huamin covered her mouth in shock. She didn't expect this, she really didn't expect this. Don't worry, take your time. This movie is very good. Qin Chu hugged Huamin and carefully covered her legs with the blanket he brought. Just like that, the couple was accompanied by hundreds of people. At midnight on the eve of Huamin's birthday, I watched a very special movie, which is why I said it was special. It was because all the actors in the movie were students of the Film Academy and didn't look like celebrities. It was also because the movie was about the ups and downs of Qin Chu and Huamin over the years. It was a 2-hour movie. Qin Chu personally worked as the scriptwriter. He led an excellent scriptwriter team and stayed up many times to edit the script. She wrote down all the touching words that the two of them said when they were together and used them as her lines. So when those lines appeared, Huamin couldn't help but cry. She didn't expect that Mr. Qin would turn their story into a movie. He used visual effects to show their memories over the years. The girl who played Huamin in the movie played the role of Vice Director Hua. She went from an innocent girl to the mother of twins. Suddenly, Huamian felt as if everything had happened in her previous life. The people watching the movie also shed tears many times. They only knew that Mr. and Mrs. Qin were very close. Mr. Qin was a wife-doting maniac. But they didn't expect so many things to happen between them over the years. Qin Chu and Huamin teetered on the edge of life and death several times. In the end, the two of them were still together, holding hands and walking away. After the movie, Huamin used up 2 packs of tissues to cry. They say that pregnant women are emotional. I didn't expect you to have such a big reaction. Qin Chu carefully wiped her tears with a tissue. He didn't want to hurt her, so he used just the right amount of strength. I'm the crying goddess now, don't you know? Huamin smiled with tears in her eyes. Now I know, crying goddess. Honey, thank you. This is really the most special gift you've given me. Huamin's heart warmed. She reached out her arms and hugged Qin Chu's broad waist. You're welcome, crying goddess. Are you hungry? Like Xian's ramen? It's so late they're still open? The weather had turned cold, and Xian's ramen was a small noodle shop with few customers in the middle of the night. I can do it for you. Then, a bunch of keys appeared in his hand. You didn't get her keys, did you? Huamian was surprised. Congratulations, you know how to answer first. Just like that, to Huamin's surprise, the two of them arrived at Xian's ramen. Qin Chu opened the door with the keys. Huamin sat at the small table. Qin Chu carefully recalled the noodle-making skills he had learned from the boss. The soup was made in advance by the owner, so it could be used after heating it up. It wasn't until Qin Chu served the noodles that Huamin realized that it wasn't a dream. Honey, I think we won't starve to death in the future. At least you know how to make noodles. When we can't survive anymore, you can set up a stall to sell noodles. Huamin joked. Okay, madam. You can collect money and I'll make noodles. Qin Chu was very cooperative. Honey, do you know how I feel right now? Huamin held her chopsticks and asked Qin Chu impatiently before she could take a bite. Chapter 36-33. Yeah, I'm guessing that you love me to death, Mr. Qin answered calmly. Ah, you're so narcissistic? Huamin was amused. Qin Chu was only as childish as a child in front of her. I actually wanted to say, everything you did today brought me back to my teenage years. I suddenly feel like I'm 10 years younger. Huamian's eyes shone with a strange light as she spoke. Yes, she felt like she was young again, full of vitality and positive energy. Okay, goddess of tears, eat it while it's hot. It'll get cold soon. Qin Chu gently reminded her. Just then, Huamin turned around and saw the bodyguards sitting in the car. Honey, why don't we make more? Everyone seems hungry. Isn't it inappropriate for us to eat here? She thought Mr. Qin would refuse. However, he got up and walked to the kitchen again. Before he got up, he said, Go and call them over. Huamin immediately waved his hand excitedly. Get out of the car, all of you. Hurry up. Hearing a young lady's call, a dozen bodyguards got out of the car one after another. Then, they followed Huamin's instructions and sat down at the small table. A young lady? Do you mean the boss is going to cook noodles for us? A bodyguard asked dumbfoundedly. No. It's not noodles. It's ramen. It's delicious. I almost finished a bowl. Huamin was very proud. No, it's too much trouble for our boss. The bodyguards were used to Qin Chu's cold face and were not used to their boss asking such questions. It's okay. My husband is super nice. He just doesn't like to talk nonsense. Don't be afraid and eat in peace. Huamin chatted with everyone. They even talked about movies. Many of the bodyguards knew that a young lady was very amiable, so they chatted more and more. There were even some gossipy people who asked about the interesting things they did when they were young. Huo Mian's eyebrows danced as she talked, as if she was a chatterbox. Qin Chu occasionally looked over in the kitchen. He saw Huo Min sitting there, gesturing and smiling brightly. Yes, he loved Huo Min like this. A carefree and happy girl. He would let her be by his side for the rest of her life. After they finished eating, they didn't rush to get out of the car. Huo Min was in a good mood and suggested they go for a walk. Qin Chu held her hand and they strolled in the middle of the night. Because this place was very close to the school, it was the back street of Second High School. Therefore, the two of them began to stroll around the school. Honey, I'm very happy tonight. Your happiness is more important than anything else. Qin Chu stroked her long hair. Actually, I don't need to prepare any surprises or gifts for my birthday now. The main thing is that we're together as a family. With you and the children by my side, I'm full of happiness. We'll be with you every year. Pudding and Little Bean will get married one day. Huo Mian felt a little sad at the thought. Getting married and celebrating your birthday don't conflict with each other. Hi, you're right. When they bring their boyfriends back, our family will be even livelier. Qin Chu nodded and smiled, but there seemed to be something in his eyes. Honey, is there something on your mind? Yes. Tell me, I want to hear it. Mian, do you know how many people I've killed in the past 2 months? Qin Chu changed the topic. Huo Min didn't say anything. Qin Chu answered word by word. There are 36 people in total. 20 of them are outstanding killers, and the remaining 16 are retired mercenaries from the special forces. Some of them lurk near the hospital, some lurk on your way home from work, some lurk at the children's school, and some even lurk at Sky Blessing Court. They want to kill Mom and Jixin. Huo Min was slightly shocked. Chapter 36-34. You didn't expect it, right? I really didn't expect it to be so much. If Qin Chu hadn't told her these things, she wouldn't have imagined them even if she was beaten to death. So, honey, your identity has been exposed. This is what I was most afraid of. Our family may face a lot of danger in the future. Are you afraid? Huo Min shook his head. No. I know you'll protect me. In the future, even if we die, we'll die together. Qin Chu held Huo Min's hand tightly. He seemed to have made up his mind. Ian, Nalo, and Huo Xiqian, who was rescued by an unknown force. And the person who wanted to buy Huo Min at a high price from the human traffickers. There were too many terrifying forces behind them. Qin Chu was tense all the time and didn't dare to let his guard down. He was afraid that he couldn't protect Huo Min. But don't say those inauspicious things. We're both going to live a long life. If someone dies, it's those people. Okay. Qin Chu smiled. Honey, did I drag everyone down with me? If that day really comes and they only want to use me to threaten Dad, I'll go out. You take good care of Pudding and Little Bean. Do you think it's possible? You have to do this for the kids. I won't anymore. We've been through so much over the years, but you still don't understand. Without you, how am I going to live on? Put yourself in my shoes. If I were the one who died, would you still be happy for the rest of your life? Honey, let's not be separated anymore. I'm really scared. Hearing this, Huo Min reached out and hugged Qin Chu's neck tightly. It was as if he would disappear at any moment. Did you just say that you're going out and want me to protect the kids? Are you that great? Qin Chu laughed. I was just bragging. Don't take it seriously. You are like a child. Qin Chu nodded dotingly at Huo Min's head. Then, the couple got in the car and went home. The next morning it was Huo Min's birthday. The birthday party started at 7:30 p.m. Therefore, she felt that since she had nothing to do during the day, she had to go to South Side to take a look. On the way to South Side, Huo Min sent a WeChat message to everyone in the group. To be exact, it was an announcement. Announcement: everyone attending my birthday party tonight, please do not bring any birthday gifts. There will be security guards at the door to check. You can only bring your cell phones, wallets, and whatnot. Those who refuse to accept gifts will be kicked out. Ha, that's a good rule. It saves money. Zhu Lingling jumped out and laughed. Then I'll leave the present I prepared for you next year. Jiang Xiaowei said. Sister Mian, if you don't accept the gifts, then we'll all be freeloaders, and I Yang joked. It's okay. The Qin family is rich and powerful. Let's eat as much as we want, Huamin replied. Sis-in-law, wait a minute. The Tang family is the organizer this time, not the Qin family. How can you let everyone eat as much as they want? Tang Chuan jumped out anxiously and accused Huamin of cheating. Tang Chuan, what's wrong with my sister-in-law eating and drinking as much as you want? If I'm not happy, I'll ask you for more than 1 billion yuan in betrothal gifts. Hi Ning Ning, I was just joking. Why did you take it so seriously? Are you stupid? Anyway, this is the first time we're holding a birthday party for my sister-in-law. Don't embarrass me. Okay, yes, boss honey. Suyu was right. Tang Chuan had completely lost his integrity and followed Qin Ning's lead. Everyone discussed for a long time. Zhu Lingling suddenly gossiped. Hey, why isn't Suyu saying anything? Did he prepare the gifts? Ha. Only then did everyone realize that Suyu hadn't said a word. Chapter 36-35. I won't say anything. I'll just watch you guys show off, Suyu suddenly said. Everyone was speechless. Lord Su, what did you prepare for Dr. Hua this year? Gold bars or gold bricks? A cruise ship or a spaceship? Zhu Lingling teased him. I really did prepare a big gift today. Please tell us. Tell us. Yeah, I'm really curious. Lord Su always spends a lot of money every year. I wonder what it is this year. Everyone couldn't wait. Everyone knew that Qin Chu wouldn't be angry if they teased him like this. After all, Mr. Qin was also in the group and no one wanted to avoid him. Sis, I'll bet a pack of spicy sticks that handsome Su prepared something super expensive for mommy this year. Do you think it's a blue and white porcelain antique or a painting by Qi Baisher? Little Bean asked. I think he'll surprise everyone this year. Why do you say that? Little Bean didn't understand. That's handsome Su's temper. The more he bluffs, the more he's up to no good, Pudding analyzed. Humph, I don't believe you. You seem to know our handsome Su very well. Do you want to bet? Do you still have money to bet with me? Yes, Grandpa gave me 500 yuan yesterday. I haven't had the time to buy ice cream yet. Little Bean happily took out 5 100 yuan bills from her small wallet. 500 yuan. You're really rich. Although Pudding didn't care about 500 yuan, she still agreed to the bet in order to make Little Bean accept her loss. Then, everyone held their phones and waited for Suyu to reveal it in the group chat. Just then, Suyu sent a short video. In it, Suyu sang, "Happy birthday to you," with tone-deaf notes. After the video ended, Zhu Lingling urged, Lord Su, stop wasting time. Hurry up and reveal it. We're all waiting. It's already been revealed. Zhu Lingling, Jiang Xiaowei, don't tell me that it's actually a song that you sang yourself. Congratulations, Dr. Jiang. You got it right. Everyone vomited blood again. Pudding reached out her hand calmly and looked at Little Bean. Pay up. My 500 yuan is even more wronged than Dou-yi. A bet is a bet. Fine. I'll give it to you. I'm going to talk to handsome Su later. What kind of stupid gift is this? In the car, Huamin was laughing so hard that he was almost out of breath. Lord Su is so talented. Huamin couldn't help but exclaim. They didn't expect Suyu to be so naughty and tease everyone in the morning. After watching everyone having fun, Huamin issued another warning. Listen up. I'm not joking. I'm serious. If you bring a gift, don't blame me for being merciless and kicking you out. So, just bring your cell phones. You can take pictures and post them on WeChat Moments, Huamin reminded them again. Then if we give you a phone, wouldn't we be able to bring it in? Wei Liao's words made everyone burst into laughter again. Huamin, Dr. Jiang, control your husband. He's here to make trouble for me in the morning. My husband is right. Giving you a cell phone is a good idea. Security, remember that Jiang Xiaowei and her husband can't even bring their cell phones in. Huamin said seriously. Time passed quickly as they joked around in the WeChat group. When they were about to arrive at the hospital, Huamin received a private message from an President Hua, happy birthday. Thank you. See you tonight. Get on the boat with Su Yu early. Of course. President Hua, I want to ask, will Lu Yen come today? Chapter 36-36. And, to be honest, I'm really not sure because Yen hasn't contacted me. The things you prepared for her last time are still with me, so I really can't answer your question. Okay then, I got it. Thank you, President Hua. Xiao En's tone carried a hint of disappointment. Huamin arrived at the hospital as usual. She didn't expect to hear a bang as soon as she entered the hall. There were fireworks all over the floor. Then all the medical staff at Southside stood in 2 rows. Vice Director, happy birthday. You'll always be beautiful. The slogans were actually the same. Huamin was really not prepared at all. Therefore, he was truly shocked, just as her little heart was still pounding. President Wu, who she hadn't seen in a long time, walked out of the crowd. He was wearing a white coat. President Wu, why are you here? Because she hadn't informed him in advance, Huamin was very surprised to see President Wu. As the best doctor in our hospital and the most outstanding director, I have a birthday present for you. President Wu's assistant handed over a silk banner. There were 2 lines of words written on it. Good doctors feeling cure illness, divine technique silent cure illness. President Wu, this is my birthday present to you on behalf of all the staff in our hospital. Then, President Wu picked up a silk banner with the most popular doctor written on it and hung it on Huamin's body. At that moment, Huamin felt like she was about to float. There was a deafening applause in the hall. Huamin had never dreamed of flowers and applause. But at this moment, she was happy and gratified. She had done a good job and deserved everyone's approval. That was enough. In this life, she had worked hard to be a doctor. Even though she was the vice director of management, she still often went to the departments she was familiar with and discussed the patient's conditions with the doctors. She really didn't think she was great. Wasn't a doctor's job to treat patients and save people? But at this moment, she was happy because she had received everyone's approval. Vice Director Hua, we love you. The slogans rang out in unison again. Huamin smiled shyly with tears in his eyes. This was an unimaginable scene. He could only say that he was moved. President Wu raised his hand and adjusted his glasses. Then he looked at Huamin and spoke slowly. Mian, it's been hard on you these past few years. You've witnessed the rise of Southside and led the medical field in this city to great progress. You're the pride of Sea City and all of us medical staff. Don't, President Wu. Don't say that. I'm not that noble. I'm just doing my job. I'm not working for free. I'm getting paid. Huamin felt a little ashamed. There's no need to be humble. Everyone knows what kind of person you are. Anyway, I hope that you can continue to move forward with the Southern District. President Wu's words put Huamin in a difficult position. Originally, she planned to quit her job after she gave birth to her second child and go to GK to help her husband. But now, President Wu's words clearly meant that he wanted to give her the heavy responsibility. President Wu, the truth is... Huamin gritted his teeth and wanted to say what was on his mind. Mian, I'm getting old. I've already submitted my retirement report. Once it's approved, I'll retire to the second line. You're retiring? So soon? Huamin had been busy with the hospital and didn't notice that President Wu was about to retire. Chapter 36-37. I'm an old man and I can't keep occupying this position. I suggested to the higher-ups that you be the director, but they said you're still too young and need to be tested. But I believe you'll pass the test. When I'm gone, you must continue to manage the first hospital and Southside. They're my blood, sweat, and tears. They're like my children. What about you? I'm going abroad to live with Shui and her family. Their clinic is doing very well. Shui is worried that I won't be able to stay idle after retirement, so she wants me to help them. You're really leaving? Huamian's eyes were filled with reluctance. In fact, she was very lucky to have such a good leader like Director Wu. All good things must come to an end. The sun will set one day. It's better to give opportunities to young people like you. President Wu patted Huomin's shoulder and said. When they returned to the office, Huomin still couldn't calm down. Sister Mian, you're going to be the director, our ultimate boss. Are you happy? Xianxia asked excitedly. To be honest, I'm nervous. I'm afraid I can't do it well, Huomin told the truth. Of course not. In fact, you're already doing President Wu's work. In the past year, President Wu has been busy with meetings and flying all over the country. You've been doing almost all the work here. So when he retires, no one is more suitable than you. I think you'll be the youngest director of a Class 3 Grade A hospital in our city, no, in the country. You're not even 30 years old, but you're already in charge of 2 of the biggest Class 3 Grade A hospitals. If word gets out, I'm afraid many people's jaws will drop. Xianxia was a low-key person and was rarely this happy. But this time, she was truly happy for Huomin. Huomin didn't care. After all, it didn't matter to her whether it was the vice director or director Zheng. All she liked was this job. President Wu was retiring and handing over all the power to her. This wasn't a surprise, but a few days ago she had promised Mr. Qin that she would wholeheartedly help her husband with his business. Was he going to be slapped in the face so soon? Moreover, if her husband knew about this, would he be very disappointed? For a moment, Huomin's heart was in turmoil, and he couldn't decide what to do. She even wanted to talk to Director Wu and ask the higher-ups to transfer a director over. However, looking at the trust in President Wu's eyes, she felt that she couldn't say anything. I really don't think I'm that good. I'm already very satisfied with my current situation. Sister Mian, Yang and I prepared a gift for you. I said no. Do you still want to board the ship? Huomin laughed. It's not expensive. It's just a small token of our appreciation. Then, Xianxia secretly took out a small red box from the pocket of her white lab coat. She opened it in front of Huomin. Inside was a very small and exquisite longevity lock. This is silver, so it's very cheap. However, the words on it were engraved by Yang. He said it was meaningful to give it to his nephew. Huomin lowered his head and looked at the words on the longevity lock. Peace and happiness. Xianxia had been with Huomin for a long time, so she knew his temper very well. Seeing that it was silver and Yang had personally engraved it, Huomin didn't refuse. Then I'll thank Uncle Yang and Auntie on behalf of the baby. Huomin accepted the gift with a smile. Just then, someone knocked on the door. Vice Director, there's a patient who wants to register with you. Do you want to take him? Outside the door, a doctor shouted into Huomin's office. Chapter 36-38. Sister Mian, I'll go turn it down for you. Xianxia stood up and was about to leave when Huomin stopped her. There's no need for that. Since my name was called, she must be someone who knows me. Let her in then. But, won't she be in danger? Don't worry. Aren't the bodyguards patrolling outside? Huomin smiled. Furthermore, she was no longer the weak and powerless person she used to be. She had poisonous pets and silver needles. She felt like she was becoming more and more like a miracle doctor. Huomin always gave opportunities to those who wanted to see him. Of course, she didn't expect to see Jiang Yi, whom she hadn't seen in a long time. Jiang Yi? Do you remember who he was? He was the veteran best actor and a big shot in the entertainment industry. He had a crush on Huomin for a long time. They weren't friends, but they weren't enemies either. Jiang Yi spent most of his time in Jing City. So, Huomin hadn't seen him in a long time. Selfishly speaking, if he didn't come to see Huomin, Huomin would have forgotten about him. Jiang Yi walked in with a bouquet of lilies in his hand. Happy birthday, Dr. Hua. You didn't come here just to celebrate my birthday, did you? Huomin narrowed his eyes and asked. I haven't seen you in so long and you're still so narcissistic. Do you think that's possible? If I celebrate your birthday with you, can you reimburse me for my round-trip ticket? Huomin, I'll stop teasing you. Let's get back to business. I have a promotion for a movie and happened to pass by. Then, I heard people in the industry talking about young Master Tang celebrating your birthday on a luxurious cruise ship. Is there a new movie coming out? Huamin avoided the topic of his birthday and asked about the movie. Yeah, basically one movie a year. Otherwise, I'll eat and drink whatever I want. I can't really go hungry, right? Xiangyi laughed. No, why would you go hungry? You're the best actor. Don't insult me. What kind of best actor am I? I'm already past my prime. Nowadays, it's the world of the little fresh meats. Even those born after 2000 have appeared on the scene. I, who's born after 70, have long sunk into the sea like a stone. No, actors compete with their acting skills. You're an actor, not just a celebrity. Oh, it's rare to hear such compliments from a senior doctor. It seems like I made the right decision to come here today. Thank you for coming to City to see me. You're about to have your second child, right? Jiangyi asked. Yes, there are only a few months left. You're really fast. In the blink of an eye, you're almost a mother of 3. But you're still single, so you have to work hard. Huamin smiled. That mouth of yours has always been unforgiving. Jiangyi was getting better and better at facing Huamin. He really liked this girl. In the beginning, he was curious. Then he got to know her character. Then he got to know everything that Huamin had done in the hospital. He truly admired this outstanding woman from the bottom of his heart. But he no longer had any wishful thinking. The more he got to know Huamin, the more he felt that he wasn't good enough for such an outstanding woman. Even someone like Su Yu couldn't get her, let alone an actor like him. How long are you staying this time? I'm leaving on a plane tonight. Then you can't come on the cruise? Huamin sent a disguised invitation. No, I don't want your husband to be upset when he sees his love rival. You think you're a love rival? My husband isn't even jealous of someone like Su Yu, let alone you. Okay, stop showing off. You know I'm single, yet you still want to bully me. You should take care of yourself. There are a lot of people on the cruise tonight, and it's too messy. Who knows if someone will sneak onto the cruise and try to harm you? So, you should be careful, Jiangyi advised. You're talking about? Huamin was smart and immediately understood what Jiangyi was implying. It seemed like he didn't come here just to see her. Chapter 36-39. Huamian, I know we're not friends and I can't interfere too much in your life, but when I hear about you, I'm still worried about you. I don't know if this news is accurate or not, but I heard that Hui Yanyan somehow got an invitation to your birthday party. She's your nemesis, right? If she shows up at your birthday party, nothing good will come out of it, so you have to be careful. How did you get this news? Hui Yanyan has been hanging out with an investor. I don't know if it's for money or something else. I heard it at a dinner party by accident. Jiangyi, thank you for telling me this. Huamin knew Hui Yanyan wouldn't let it go so easily. But she was still grateful that Jiangyi told her this out of kindness. You don't have to thank me. I just think it's not easy for you to get to where you are now. You're pregnant and there are so many bitches who want to make trouble for you. You must take good care of yourself. Okay, I will. Oh, I have a friend who's also in the film and television industry. She's a newcomer with a good foundation. She graduated from a dance academy. You can promote her if you have the chance. Isn't it better to ask Su Yu for help? Jiangyi chuckled. I don't want her to have a high starting point. I'm afraid she'll get carried away and lose sight of herself. So, I'd rather she take it one step at a time. You're a mature and far-sighted person. Okay, stop praising me. Okay, give me your friend's name and phone number. I'll recommend her if I have the chance. I'll send it to you. Huamin picked up his cell phone and sent the information to Jiangyi. Then Jiangyi left the hospital. He came to visit Huamin with flowers, which made Huamin feel grateful. As for Hui Yanyan, she really couldn't do anything to her. She wasn't even afraid of Hui Yanyan when she was in her prime, let alone Hui Yanyan who was like a stray dog. On the other side, hearing that Huamin didn't accept her birthday gift, Han Yueyao felt conflicted. He couldn't really not give anything, right? But if he brought a gift, he wouldn't be able to board the ship. He would not be able to fulfill his promise to Su Yu. After much consideration, she ran out during the lunch break. She went to a busy street in the city center and found a large chain of pregnancy and baby stores. Miss, what would you like to buy? Let me introduce you. Do you have clothes for a newborn baby? Yes, we do. Come over here. We have a newborn gift bag here. There are clothes, pants, hats, socks, and gloves inside. It's a good deal. There's a total of 11 pieces. What color should the little boy wear? Blue or yellow will do. She thought for a moment and nodded. Then I'll take the blue one. Okay, this box is 1,980 yuan. It's so expensive. Han Yueyao was surprised. Children's clothes cost 2,000 yuan. We are a big brand. We guarantee the quality. Okay, wrap it up. Make it beautiful. Just like that, Han Yueyao chose a set of exquisite gift bags for Huamian's unborn child. Although it was nothing for Huamin and the others, but it was more than her monthly living expenses. She had always been frugal here. She didn't accept any of the money from Su Yu's mother. She wanted to live with dignity. When she walked out with the gift bag, she suddenly heard someone call her from behind. Han Yueyao. It was a man's voice. It can't be Su Yu again, right? I've been seeing him a lot lately. It seems so, she murmured to herself and turned around. She was surprised to see that it wasn't Su Yu. Chapter 3640. It's you. Seeing that it was Lin Hang, Han Yueyao was surprised. You're alone. Yeah. Have you eaten? Then let's go. I'll take you to eat. Then, before Han Yueyao could reply, Lin Hang walked ahead of her. Hey, I don't want to eat. I have something to do. Later, Lin Hang didn't seem to hear what Han Yueyao said. Instead, he took her to a popular beef soup and rice restaurant. It was a small restaurant. Little Lin, did you bring your girlfriend here today? The waitress seemed to know Lin Hang and seemed to be familiar with him. No, we're friends. Lin Hang seemed to blush. Auntie Ru, 2 servings of beef soup and rice. Okay. The waitress turned around to cook. What do you want to drink? Soda will be fine. Lin Hang stood up and took out 2 bottles of sparkling water from the fridge. Then he unscrewed them for Han Yueyao. Is her restaurant delicious? Han Yueyao looked around and saw that the place was less than 60 square meters in size and was packed with people. There was even a line outside. Try it and you'll know. Okay. Han Yueyao lowered her head and didn't say more. Why did you buy newborn clothes? Are you pregnant? Damn it. You're the one who's pregnant. Han Yueyao looked up in disgust. I was just kidding. You actually took it seriously, Lin Hang said seriously and picked up the sparkling water to drink. Han Yueyao, your joke isn't funny at all. Ahem. Lin Hang was really embarrassed and couldn't continue chatting with this woman. She had never been like Su Xiaoxiao, who gave him face and supported him. Soon, the waitress brought the soup and rice to them one by one. Han Yueyao had planned to send the food to Huamin at South Side after shopping. She hadn't planned to eat, but she didn't expect to meet this guy and be forced to eat beef soup and rice. How's the taste? Lin Hang asked. I have to say, it's not bad. Han Yueyao was addicted to the food. She lowered her head and kept eating without the burden of an idol. Lin Hang kept looking at her with an indescribable look in his eyes. How old are you? What? Just asking. Not as old as you anyway. Aren't you a little older than Su Xiaoxiao? She's not as young as Xiaoxiao. Yes, it's good to be bigger. What are you talking to yourself about? Han Yueyao didn't hear Lin Hang's murmur. Thank you for that day at the police station. Why are you thanking me? You should thank Xiaoxiao. If she didn't go to her uncle, Han Yueyao almost blurted it out. Realizing that he had said too much, he immediately shut his mouth. I know that her uncle is Su Yu. You know? Han Yueyao was surprised. That's right, I've always known. It's precisely because she's from the Su family that I've never intended to be friends with Xiaoxiao. How can a bunch of stinky car mechanics like us be worthy of the Su family's golden branches and jade leaves? Don't say that. We're not in the olden days anymore. We don't care about matching in social status. Xiaoxiao's feelings for you. Before she could finish, Lin Hang interrupted her. He raised his head and looked into Han Yueyao's eyes. Then, he stared at her face and enunciated each word clearly. Han Yueyao, will you be my girlfriend? Cough cough cough. Han Yueyao almost choked on the beef soup in her mouth. Are you okay? Lin Hang hurriedly handed her a tissue. I'm fine, I'm fine. Brother, you're so funny. Han Yueyao laughed awkwardly. Chapter 3641. I'm not joking. Han Yueyao, I have feelings for you. Han Yueyao, although I don't have anything, I'll try my best to be good to you. Will you be with me? Xiao has liked you for a long time. Do you know that? Han Yueyao asked. I know. Then you should be with her. I don't like her. Han Yueyao, I feel that this thing is magical. I've known Su Xiao for so long, but I've never felt anything for her. But for you, I've only met you a few times, and I feel something for you. If we didn't meet by chance today, I would have come to you in the next few days to confess my love to you. I'm a northern man. I'm straightforward and will tell you what I like. So, I hope you won't be scared by me. I'm indeed a little scared by you. Han Yueyao was so embarrassed that she didn't know what to say. She had never thought that one day, in such a small restaurant, there was a sea of people, and noises could be heard everywhere. But the man opposite her could still confess without batting an eyelid. Don't be afraid. If you want, we'll be together. If you don't want, I won't force you. Although we're just hooligans, my brothers are all reasonable people. Then why did you get Xiao drunk? Han Yueyao immediately asked about what happened last time. Xiao was angry with me and asked to drink. I swear I won't force her. Okay. Even so, I think it's too abrupt. Lin Hang, we really don't know each other well. Who said you don't like each other? It's just that I didn't think about it at all. Besides, if Xiao finds out, she'll be very sad. Tell her. After all, I've never dated her. Don't worry. The problem is, I don't plan to date you. Han Yueyao tried her best to persuade him. You don't like me? Is it because I don't have money? Lin Hang felt inferior. Han Yueyao was a great beauty and had graduated from a dance academy. Although her family was ordinary, it was still a scholarly family. Now that she had entered Imperial Star, she might become successful one day. He knew he was a toad lusting after a swan. But he couldn't control himself. Every time he saw Han Yueyao, the happiness spread in his heart. No, it has nothing to do with money. I'm not bragging. Even if you're a rich kid, you drive a sports car, you have a mansion, and you confess to me, I still won't accept you. Let me put it this way. You don't like Su Xiao because you don't have feelings for her. I feel the same way about you. I see. Lin Hang was a little disappointed. Boss, how much is it? 48 yuan in total. The shop owner looked at Han Yueyao and then at Lin Hang. Here's 50. Keep the change. Your family's food is delicious. Then she left 50 yuan on the table and walked out. To be more precise, he was running. Lin Hang stood rooted to the ground, but he didn't chase after her. This was the first time in his life that he had confessed, and he was rejected so easily. Little Lin, isn't that little Xiao who came before also doing well? The lady boss saw through him and comforted him. Lin Hang smiled and didn't say anything else. She was the only one who understood this feeling. Su Xiao took a taxi and rushed back. She was afraid that she would be scolded by the supervisor if she was late. Unexpectedly, at the entrance of the lobby, Su Yu was walking out. The two bumped into each other. President Su, come and take this. Han Yueyao stuffed the baby gift into Su Yu's arms. The employees passing by all looked at them strangely. What was going on? President Su was a newcomer in the company, and he was holding a baby gift bag. What do you mean, Han Yueyao? Su Yu's face darkened. Chapter 3642. President Su, please take it to Sister Mian for me. Thank you. Han Yueyao clasped her hands and said. Han Yueyao put her palms together. Then she hurried back to her department. She stuffed the baby gift bag into Su Yu's arms and the other employees looked at them. What are you looking at? Don't you need to go to work? Su Yu glared at them. Seeing their boss in a bad mood, the employees hurried back to their posts and didn't dare to say anything. Take it. Embarrassed, Su Yu handed the bag to an President Su. I don't want to take it. And rarely disobeyed his boss's orders, but as a man, he didn't want to be a sissy with a baby gift bag. Now you don't even listen to me. Do you still want me to take you to the birthday party? Do you still want to see your beloved Lu Yen? Su Yu immediately caught An's weakness. President Su, it's not nice of you to threaten me like this. We're two big men. How can we hold this thing? Why don't we throw it away in the trash? And also came up with a bad idea. Throw it in the trash can over there. Su Yu would only let An do it. Before they could take action, Han Yueao's call came. President Su, this is my gift for Sister Mion's unborn baby. If you don't take it for me and dare to lose it, you'll have to compensate me 100 times more. I bought it for 1,980 yuan, so you'll have to pay me 199,800 yuan. Are you robbing me? Su Yu said in a huff. It's up to you. Even if you have the money and are willing to compensate me, Sister Mion will be heartbroken if she knows you lost my gift halfway. Don't try to fool me. Mion didn't even see it. How can she be heartbroken? Su Yu rolled his eyes. I'm sorry. I took a picture of it and showed it to Sister Mion. She already knows. Damn it. Han Yueao, how come I didn't know you were so cunning? Same here. Just do as you see fit, my big boss. Standing on the second floor, Han Yueao looked at Su Yu and An through the glass and intended to throw them away. Therefore, he quickly made a warning call. Truth be told, Su Yu was not afraid of losing money. He was really afraid that Huamin would be sad. Taking the phone, Su Yu waved his hand. Don't throw it away. Give it to me. President Su, are we really going to give it to President Hua? Stop talking nonsense. Let's go. Su Yu carried the big gift bag in his hand, lowered his head, and quickened his pace toward the door. Pleased with the success, Han Yueao went back to work. However, she suddenly thought of a problem. Lin Hang's confession to her was real, right? Was it a dream? Would there be trouble in the future? If Xiao knew about this, while she was lost in her thoughts, she saw a commotion in the department. What's going on? Why are you all gathering around? Han Yueao stopped a staff member and asked curiously. Best actor Jiang Yi is here. I admire him. Haha, I have to get his autograph and take a photo with him. Only then did Han Yueao realize. Working at Imperial Star, she was used to seeing celebrities. But Jiang Yi was different. He wasn't an artist of Imperial Star and had been popular for a long time in China. He was still active on the big screen. So, many people were obsessed with him. Han Yueao didn't like to join in the crowd, so she just watched from afar as people went to ask for autographs and photos. Excuse me, who is Han Yueao? Jiang Yi looked around with a smile. Han Yueao's hands paused slightly as she organized the documents. Chapter 3643. Yao Yao, the superstar is calling for you. Come here. Seeing that Han Yueao didn't move, the department head urged her. Han Yueao put down the documents in her hand and walked over. You're Han Yueao? Jiang Yi sized up the girl in front of him. She was indeed talented. He believed that the person recommended by Huamin wouldn't be bad. I am. Oh, you want to act? Jiang Ye's question was very direct. This made the onlookers look at Han Yueao strangely. Han Yueao decided to tell the truth. If she pretended, it would make her seem more fake. Big brother Jiang, she's just a newbie. She's temporarily doing odd jobs in our department. Don't take her words too seriously. The department head was afraid that Han Yueao would say something wrong, so he quickly tried to smooth things over. Jiang Yi didn't pay any attention to the department head. He looked at Han Yueao and asked, how was the crying scene? It's okay. Perform it. The 1-minute countdown starts now. Then, Jiang Yi looked down at his watch. Everyone snickered, waiting to see this woman make a fool of herself. Shedding tears in 1 minute was a piece of cake for a professional actress. But for a non-professional actress who had never received formal training and had never acted in a movie before, it was already very difficult. Those who didn't know the situation thought that Jiang Yi was ordered by someone to deliberately cause trouble for Han Yueyao. So, they were all waiting to see a good show. However, less than 10 seconds had passed since Jiang Yi had finished speaking. Han Yueyao's face was already covered in tears. The surrounding onlookers sighed. Not bad. Jiang Yi looked at the girl and nodded in agreement. So, superstar, I've performed all that I needed to perform. The test is over. What's your goal? Han Yueyao thought that a big shot like the best actor wouldn't tease her on purpose. From the moment he knew her name, he was definitely here for her. At first, she thought that Gao Yaruo had used her connections to embarrass her. But when she looked into Jiang Ye's eyes, she didn't find a trace of hostility in his eyes. I recently changed my career to become a producer. I'm in charge of a Qing dynasty drama. The female lead has already been booked. It's a rising star, Tian Rongrong. Now we need a second female lead. It's a part of the harem. Are you interested in the villain role? After Jiang Yi asked this question, the crowd sighed. Big brother Jiang. The department head was also dumbfounded. She was an inexperienced newbie. It was good enough that she could play the role of a maid. She was even invited by Jiang Yi to play the second female lead. Such a good thing. If it was an ordinary girl, she would definitely be so excited that she would jump up. But when he looked at Han Yueyao, she looked calm. She tilted her head and pondered for a moment before asking, "Who is the male lead?" Jiang Yi said, "But." Yes, Han Yueyao wanted to be an actress so she could earn more money. That was why she asked so directly in front of Jiang Yi. Han Yueyao, are you stupid? Big brother Jiang is willing to give you a chance. Even if it costs you money, you should do it, an experienced agent reminded her in a low voice. That's not realistic. I don't have the money. Plus, as an actress, it's normal to get paid. What's wrong with asking about my salary? No problem. How about this? I'll ask my agent to talk to you about your salary. Jiang Yi wasn't angry at all. Han Yueyao nodded, satisfied with the result. Jiang Yi smiled and turned to leave. Han Yueyao chased after him again and asked in a low voice, "Who asked Mr. Jiang to take care of me?" Chapter 3644. Jiang Yi smiled mysteriously. A benefactor. Looking at Jiang Ye's back, Han Yueyao frowned slightly. At first, she thought Su Yu had hired someone to do it for her. But Su Yu was her boss. If he wanted to help her, he wouldn't have gone through so much trouble. So, there was only one person left. Su Yu didn't plan to see Huamin during the day. But after getting this hot potato, he had no choice but to go. Su Yu's black Lamborghini stopped at the entrance of South Side. A group of nurses began to have feelings for him. Young Master Su. Young Master Su, are you here to see your mother? She didn't come to work today. No. Su Yu waved his hand awkwardly. Fortunately, he ran into Chen Jie at the elevator on the first floor. Is Mian in the office? It is. Chen Jie looked down at the gift in Su Yu's hand as she spoke. I didn't give it to her. Someone asked me to give it to her, Su Yu explained awkwardly. Oh, then go upstairs and see her. Huamin was looking at an ultrasound image of a pregnant woman with an abnormal fetal position on his computer. Su Yu knocked on the door and walked in. I don't accept gifts today. Huamin was afraid that Su Yu would give him something valuable, so he immediately shut his mouth. I didn't buy it. Someone asked me to give it to you. Didn't you see the picture before? This is it. Then, Su Yu placed the gift bag on Huamin's desk with a thud. It was obvious that he was extremely dissatisfied with that woman. What picture? Huamin was also confused. Who gave it to you? Huamin asked again. Su Yu immediately realized that he was fooled by that little girl again. Damn it. I'll teach her a lesson tonight. Su Yu made up his mind. What's going on? Who sent it? Han Yueyao, Su Yu said grumpily. Why do you look so angry? You gave her the money. That's not it. But she probably bought these with the money she extorted from me. Su Yu was exasperated at the thought of her talking about money again and again. "Ha, it sounds like a lot has happened between the two of you recently? Don't mention it. You don't even know the true face of your distant cousin, do you?" "What true face?" Huamin picked up the newborn gift bag and looked at it carefully. He felt that it was quite cute. It was blue for little boys, which meant that this girl was thoughtful. She's simply a money grubber. All she thinks about is money. I've never seen such a realistic girl. Haven't you seen it now? Hey, I say, you're teasing me. Ha, I don't dare. Big brother, you're a man of few words. If I tease you, you'll kill me. Don't talk nonsense. Who wants to kill you? Su Yu said it in a low voice, and Huamin didn't hear it clearly. Okay, I won't keep you any longer. I'm leaving. See you tonight. Su Yu didn't want to linger. He was so angry at Han Yueyao that his good mood was gone. After Su Yu left, Huamin received a WeChat message from Han Yueyao. Sister Mian, the gift is for the baby, not you, so you have no right to refuse it. Did that big idiot Su Yu deliver it safely? Huamin chuckled and replied, Yeah, it's here. Thank you for the gift. I thank you on behalf of the baby. A young lady, your package. The bodyguard scanned the package and found it wasn't dangerous, flammable, or explosive. Then he handed it to Huamin. It was an exquisitely wrapped box with white lace tied into a bow. It was beautiful and dreamy. Huamin looked at the package. There was no name on it. Only the address and name of Huamin's hospital were written on it. However, such a mysterious atmosphere made her feel a little uncomfortable. That feeling was indescribable. It was as if her chest was being blocked by someone. Chapter 3645. Huamin carefully opened the package. Inside was a dress. To be more precise, it was a wedding gown. It was white. It lay quietly in the box. However, Huamin's uneasiness grew stronger and stronger. Her instincts told her not to look at it anymore. She should throw it away and pretend she never received this gift. However, her curiosity told her that she had to see what it was that made it so mysterious. Huamin licked her dry lips and suddenly picked up the white veil with one hand. Then her heart skipped a beat. It was really that dress. It was the one Huasiqian had given her to wear during the strange wedding at the cliff. Because it was designed by Huasiqian when he was young, this wedding gown meant a lot to him. But on such a day, she actually received this dress. Then, could it be? Huasiqian was back. At this thought, Huamin's heart skipped a beat. She wasn't afraid of Huasiqian. She was afraid that Huasiqian was no longer the same person. She was afraid that he had been controlled by the jack in his heart. Looking carefully, there was indeed red blood in the center of the wedding gown, where the heart was. Although it wasn't very obvious, as a doctor, she still noticed it. It was as if a drop of blood had dripped on it on purpose. Huamin threw the wedding gown on the ground. Then, all the memories of being imprisoned on the deserted island by Huasiqian instantly came back to her. In such a person's office, even though it was daytime, she actually felt cold. Little Jie, Huamin was on the verge of breaking down as she desperately called out to Qianjie. Sister Mian, what's wrong? Qianjie heard the sound and quickly pushed the door open. She didn't even have time to call the deputy director. Instead, she called out to Sister Mian. Jie, quick, throw this away. Throw it away as far as possible. No, burn it. Hurry up and burn it. Sister Mian, whose dress is this? It's not good to burn it, right? Although the medical staff were not superstitious, they knew that if someone died in the hospital, they would definitely die. The family would then burn all the belongings of the deceased. Therefore, Qianjie thought it would be weird to burn the clothes. Then throw it away. Throw it far away, Huamin emphasized again. Sister Mian, are you okay? What happened to your clothes? Qianjie had no idea what was going on. A mental patient sent it. It's okay, Huamin clutched his chest, still a little nervous. All right, then I'll take it away. Don't be afraid. If you need anything, just call me. I'll be right outside. All right. Huamin calmed down a little after Qianjie left with the blood-stained wedding dress. Then, as soon as he sat down in his office chair, the landline phone rang. For some reason, Huamin felt that the phone call was too coincidental. It rang for a long time before she picked it up. Hello. I'm Huamin, the Deputy Director of Southside Recuperation Center. Huamin tried to calm himself down. Happy birthday, Toi Toi. Happy birthday, Toi Toi. A man's voice was singing on the phone, but his voice was a little strange, as if something was stuck in his throat. May I ask who this is? Many people knew about Huamin's birthday. Even many of his fans on Weibo remembered it, so this wasn't strange. Sister Mion, did you receive the present I sent you? After singing the happy birthday song, the man suddenly asked with a smile. Huamin froze on the spot before he could answer. The man on the other end laughed weirdly and continued, Sister Mion, happy birthday? I miss you so much. Chapter 3646. Wuxia, don't play tricks on me. Come out and meet me if you dare. I'm not afraid of you. Huamin yelled into the phone. But the other side hung up after 2 beeps. Maybe he was afraid of being tracked. Huamin checked the records and found that it was a private number. He couldn't find it. But this birthday present and this strange phone call, Huamin knew that it was Wuxia. He wasn't dead, but he was rescued by a mysterious person that day. He disappeared without a trace. But Huamin knew that as long as he was alive, he would keep pestering her. All the grudges between her and Wuxia would never be resolved as long as Wuxia was alive. After letting her imagination run wild, Huamin sat down with no more thoughts in her mind. To be honest, she was a little worried about this birthday. Ever since she found out that there was someone behind the human traffickers who wanted to catch her, Huamin didn't dare to be careless anymore. She had to be careful of herself and the children's safety. She even had to take care of Jixin and her mother. She was afraid that those people would suddenly attack. Before Yen left, she had reminded her repeatedly. Now that her birthday was so big, she couldn't refuse Tang Chuan and Qi Ning's kindness. But she knew that the more ostentatious and high-profile she was, the more she would be targeted by those in the dark. She didn't even know who they were, but they all wanted to capture her, or rather, kill her. After throwing her things, Chen Jie came back and saw Zeng Ro in a hospital gown. Jie, where did you go? Oh, I went to help the vice director with something. What is it? Oh, just some discarded work clothes. Chen Jie didn't say much. Okay, go do it. I'll see you on the boat after work. Zeng Ro made it seem like she was close to Huamin, so Chen Jie didn't suspect anything. After Chen Jie left, Zeng Ro avoided the hospital's cameras and walked toward the place where Chen Jie had thrown her clothes. Then, she put the white wedding dress into a plastic bag. A remote corner of the hospital, Chief, check the background of this wedding gown. I feel that Huamin is not in a good mood. After taking the photos, Zeng Ro quietly tossed the white wedding dress back to its original spot. He was afraid that Huamin's subordinates would become suspicious if they turned back and couldn't find him. Zeng Ro sent the photo to the chief, and he replied in less than 3 minutes. It was worn by Wuxia when he held Huamin hostage at the superstar wedding on the cliff. But why is there blood on it? Zeng Ro wondered. Maybe it's a warning or a threat. So this indirectly proves that Wuxia has appeared. No, maybe someone is playing a prank, the bureau chief replied. It doesn't seem like it. Huamin was not in a good mood the whole afternoon, and his assistant was also nervous. I think he must have realized something. If Wuxia is really back, it's good news. I want to know who saved him. After all, those people don't even care about Lu Yen. Maybe we can use them in the future. The bureau chief seemed to be very ambitious. He even wanted to get in touch with the force behind Wuxia. What should I do tonight? Follow the original plan, but you must be careful. Tonight, the cruise ship will be very lively, the bureau chief typed word for word. Zeng Ro was a little excited, feeling that something was going to happen tonight. Chapter 3647. After reporting to the chief, Zeng Ro strolled around the hospital at a leisurely pace. Then she bumped into Huamin. Mion, you look good today. Yeah. I've been doing well in the rehabilitation exercise. My legs don't hurt anymore and I feel better. You look pale. What's wrong? Are you not feeling well? No. Maybe I'm tired. Huamin forced a smile. Su, you came this afternoon. You're well informed. Huamin looked at Zheng with a gentle smile. I heard it from the nurses. I didn't see him. Yeah, he came. Lord Su is always generous. What gift did he give you this year? Nothing. I won't accept gifts this year. Let's just have dinner together. Zheng wasn't in the WeChat group, so she didn't see Huamin say he wouldn't accept gifts this morning. Then I'm embarrassed. I prepared this for you. Zheng took out an exquisite package from behind her. From the logo, she knew it was a popular Gucci B bag. It was small and beautiful, but it cost tens of thousands of yuan. It's too expensive. I can't accept it, Zheng Huamin's face turned serious immediately. Yes, she had never thought she had anything to do with Zheng. If she tried to connect the dots, she could only say that Zheng had saved her by accident. But after Mr. Qin's analysis, she felt Zheng appearance was indeed a coincidence. What are you talking about? We're friends. This gift is nothing. I can't accept it. You can use it. I appreciate your kindness. Mian, are you still mad at me that day? No. I understand that you were agitated that day. If it were me, I'd be fiercer than you. Then you're not going to invite me to the cruise tonight, right? Zheng question was very cunning. In fact, it was Qin Chu who sent out the invitations. The list was made by Qin Chu, and Zheng was not invited. Because this was a small, private gathering, Qin Chu might be wary of Zheng Huamin knew Su Yu would bring Han Yueao here, so he told her about it. As for Zheng to be honest, if Zheng hadn't mentioned it, she wouldn't have let her go tonight. Perhaps he was just being polite. But look at the current situation. Zheng attitude was normal, but her scheming behavior made Huamin uncomfortable. However, with so many people watching, Huamin would still give her face. Of course, you can go and have fun. Everyone is just having fun. What birthday? Just treat it as a gathering of friends. Su Yu will take that girl there tonight, right? Zheng asked with a smile. I think so. Don't worry, Mian. I won't make a scene. Even if I'm not happy, I won't do anything embarrassing. I believe you. Huamin smiled. Then he led the doctors and nurses to the conference room. Zheng smiled meaningfully. She wondered who would be the first mysterious visitor tonight. Would it be Huamin's younger sister, Lu Yan? Or would Ian show up? After work, Han Yueao sent a WeChat message to Su Yu at the entrance of the company. President Su, I'm off work. Where's your car? Take a taxi and come here. Damn it. Didn't you say we'd go together? I had to leave because I had something to do. I can't go back to the company now. There's too much traffic, Su Yu said deliberately. I can take a taxi. Will you reimburse me? Han Yueao asked matter-of-factly. Chapter 3648. I won't reimburse you. You can choose not to come, Su Yu said nonchalantly. Oh, are you threatening me? Do you think I have to go? If I don't go, you'll lose a lot. Don't forget that you bought me more than 200,000 yuan worth of stuff. Money isn't important. But I told Mian this afternoon that you'd come. If you don't go, I won't be disappointed. Despicable. How can I have such a despicable boss like you? She didn't expect that he would use the same trick she had used on him to subdue him. I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine. Medicine my ass. Damn it. Yunsei. Seeing that the girl was angry, Su Yu was about to ask her a question when she hung up. Although Han Yueao was angry, she still had to go. After all, Sister Mian was the nicest person to her in this city. She believed that Huamin was nice to her not only because of Lady Su's request. Taking a deep breath, Han Yueao walked across the street to hail a taxi. Su Xiaoxiao, on the other hand, ran to Lin Hang's repair shop after class. Why did you come alone? Lin Hang seemed to be used to her running around like this, in a hurry. Who else should I come with? Su Xiaoxiao was surprised. Realizing that his question was too obvious, Lin Hang immediately corrected himself. Didn't you make a new friend recently? You must be talking about Yao. She has something to do today and can't come with me. Are you done? Let's go eat Xinjiang big plate chicken. As for Su Xiaoxiao, from her words and actions, she didn't look like a lady from a respectable family. If she were to say that she was from the Su family, not many people would believe her. Maybe her parents didn't teach her well, she was just so carefree. Lin Hang didn't answer. Instead, he continued to ask, "Where did your friend go? She doesn't know anyone in this city, right?" "That's right. She doesn't have many acquaintances, but when she first came, a distant relative introduced her. So when the relative's birthday was celebrated, she went over to support." "Then why didn't you go with him? Didn't he come to see you?" Su Xiaoxiao looked confused. She always felt that Lin Hang was a little strange today. When she took a taxi to the dock, she saw Su Yu leaning against the black Lamborghini sports car from afar. He seemed to be greeting someone and chatting happily. A group of tycoons surrounded him, and everyone's attention was on him. She wasn't in a hurry to change into the dress Su Yu had bought for her. Instead, she wore her sports pants and a white cartoon long-sleeved shirt. Then she squeezed into the crowd. When Su Yu saw her, he wanted to laugh at her. Han Yueao looked up and asked with a smile in front of everyone. "Su Gij, did I leave my underwear at your house last night?" Su Yu was dumbfounded. "I didn't expect you to like black lace. Then remember to wash it for me. Wash it clean so that I can wear it next time." Su Yu's face darkened immediately. The other tycoons were dumbfounded. Some fearless people even stuttered and interrupted, "President Su, your taste is so heavy now," and laughed so hard that he almost couldn't breathe. This was the first time he saw his boss so embarrassed and didn't know what to say. Other than Dr. Hua, she seemed to be the second woman who dared to tease him like this. "Han Yueao, are you tired of living?" Su Yu gritted his teeth and asked. Chapter 3649. Hearing his words, Han Yueao immediately pretended to be scared. Then, she put her hands together and complained to the surrounding rich people, "Hey, guys, I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a private matter. I didn't expect that I would accidentally spill the beans. Even if you know, pretend that you don't know. Our big brother Su Yu doesn't like people gossiping about him." "Shut the hell up." Lin Fan's eyes widened. Seeing Han Yueao's teasing, Su Yu couldn't stand it anymore. He grabbed her shoulder and dragged her to a place with fewer people. "You're lying. Do you believe that I'll beat you up?" Su Yu pretended to raise his fist. "Go ahead. If you punch me, the money I'll extort from you will be enough for me to retire for the rest of my life. Then I won't have to work for Imperial Star anymore." Su Yu didn't know whether to laugh or cry at her shameless behavior. Different from Zheng Ro created the conflict to get close to Su Yu. She did it on purpose, so Su Yu didn't like it. No matter how hard he tried, he could only be friends with Zheng Ro. But Han Yueao was different. She didn't have the burden of being an idol like a girl and could talk to Su Yu about anything she wanted. She even tricked her boss from time to time. Su Yu felt Han Yueao was more real to him since she didn't try to hide anything. Although she only talked about money, she had to show her flaws to prove that she was real. No one was perfect in the world. If someone around you was too perfect, they were either pretending to be perfect in front of others. Either she was concealing some unknown defect, which was accurate. Su Yu had worked hard in the industry for years and could see through this. So, compared to Zheng Ro, he would rather deal with Han Yueao. "You're so farsighted. You want to extort money from me? Then I'll kill you and pay for your funeral, okay?" Su Yu said in a huff. "Okay, but I have a last wish," Han Yueao said solemnly. "Tell me, what's your last wish?" Su Yu went along with her, waiting to see what other stupid ideas this girl had. "After I die, apart from compensating me with a large sum of funeral expenses, I hope that my body can be transported back to my hometown, the capital. Then, help me choose a place with good feng shui to bury me." "No problem. Even if it's 100,000 yuan per square meter, I'll buy it for you." Su Yu chuckled. "Yeah. I want to be buried in Babao Mountain. I don't ask for too much." Hearing her words, Su Yu almost spat out blood in fury. Babao Mountain? Did I hear that right? That's a place that even high officials can't enter. Are you dreaming? Su Yu was so angry that he couldn't breathe. Babao Mountain was a holy place in the capital to be buried for the nation and the country and the people. Han Yueao said that she didn't ask for too much. She was asking for too much. See? Since you can't do that, then don't kill me. Let me live. I've wanted to settle the score with you for a long time. Let me tell you, when I went to Mion's place yesterday, I heard. Su Yu was about to settle the score with her. Han Yueao tilted her head and smiled. Sister Mion, you're here. Su Yu immediately turned his head, thinking that it was Huamin. Little did he know that Han Yueao took the opportunity to slip under his arm and run out. Ha, Su Yu, are you getting old? Your reflexes are getting worse. Are you going to get Alzheimer's? Han Yueao laughed at him as she ran. At this moment, Su Yu felt as if there were 10,000 alpacas in front of him, and, take this. Here's 3,000 yuan. Go and beat Han Yueao up for me. Su Yu took out a stack of cash and stuffed it into Anne's hand. Chapter 3650. Forget about 3,000 yuan. If she extorts me, it'll cost at least 300,000 yuan. It's not worth it, and waved his hand and rejected his boss's arrangement. Great. Even you're treating me like this now, huh? President Su, I have a way to deal with Han Yueao. What is it? Take her down and make her your woman. She will definitely listen to you obediently. Fuck you. Why don't you take her down? She's my employee and always finds fault with me. Take her down. Spare me. I still want to live for a few more days. Su Yu felt that Anne's idea was ridiculous. At this moment, someone in the crowd shouted. Dr. Hua is here. She's so beautiful today. Su Yu looked in the direction of the crowd. Qin Chu and Huamin had already gotten out of the car. Qin Chu was wearing a white shirt, a sapphire blue vest, and suit pants. He looked extremely noble and luxurious. Huamin was wearing a long tulle gown. It was apricot pink and was close to the color of her skin. It was very low-key and suited her temperament and personality. Perhaps it was because of such a simple outfit that people felt comfortable and real looking at. There was no heavy makeup, no slight plastic surgery, and no fancy dress or jewels. Huamin only had one ring on her hand, the same as Qin Chu's. She didn't have any other accessories on her body. Her hair was a little longer than before, past her shoulders. Her hair was draped over her shoulders. The chiffon was a Korean version, so it covered her stomach and made her look less fat. She didn't look like a bloated pregnant woman at all. Huamian held Qin Chu's hand, and the two of them walked over with smiles on their faces. The media at the scene quickly picked up their cameras to capture them. Behind them were the twins in red dresses. Both sisters were wearing black berets today, looking like little princesses. The two children were held by their grandpa and grandma. Qin Chu's mother was wearing a long dark red cheongsam with an expensive pearl necklace around her neck. She looked graceful and luxurious. Qin Chu's father was only wearing a Chinese tunic suit. It was dark gray, and the style had always been simple and plain. The old couple walked behind Qin Chu and Huamin with their child, with bodyguards on both sides. It seemed that Qin Chu had dispatched all his bodyguards to ensure the safety of this birthday banquet. The last to walk out were Qin Ning and Tang Chuan. The two of them were also from the Qin clan. Qin Ning's taste had always been very European, so her clothes were very stylish. She wore a dark green jumpsuit with a big mouth. It was a little exaggerated, but she had a very good temperament. Tang Chuan, on the other hand, was dressed in a limited edition Versace suit with floral patterns all over it. It was a little flamboyant, which was also in line with his gossipy character. Wei Liao and the others hadn't arrived yet. Seeing Su Yu, Huamin and Qin Chu walked up to Su Yu. Thank you, Lord Su, for coming. Huamin smiled. Don't say useless things. Today is Dr. Hua's birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, very happy. Huamin leaned on Qin Chu's shoulder like a little bird, looking very happy. Okay, it's windy outside. Hurry up and get on the cruise. What about you? Do you want to come with us? I'll wait for that damn girl here. Su Yu didn't want to waste the 200,000 yuan worth of clothes he had given away. Without asking more questions, Huamin and Qin Chu got on the cruise hand in hand. After Qin Chu and the others got on the cruise, the security on the cruise was strict. Every guest on the cruise had to have their fingerprints scanned and face checked. They also had to show Qin Chu's special invitation. Inside the luxurious cabin, Pudding walked up to Huamin and asked secretly, "Mommy, will Auntie and Grandpa come today?" Chapter 3651. No. I don't think so. I don't want them to come. Huamin gently stroked Pudding's head and looked at his daughter. But my sister and I both look like Grandpa and Auntie. Pudding was a very sensible child. She rarely asked pointless questions without considering the big picture. This time, she was really hopeful. She thought her mother's birthday came only once a year. Grandpa and Auntie seemed to love her mother so much that they should come to celebrate her mother's birthday, right? Because if they come, they'll be in danger. There are many bad guys out there who want to catch Grandpa and Auntie. Today is Mommy's birthday and those bad guys are watching. If Grandpa and Auntie come, they'll be noticed. Then I'll go to Daddy and ask him to kill the bad guys. Huamin smiled gently. Even a child prodigy like Pudding's world was simple. It was relatively simple for her to think things through. No matter how powerful Daddy is, he can't find all the bad guys hiding in the dark. If some of them slip through the net, Auntie and Grandpa will be in great danger. Alright, if that's the case, I think I understand. Pudding looked disappointed after understanding her mother's words. Look, Auntie Xiaowei and the others are here. Yunchu is here too. Huamin changed the topic to divert Pudding's attention. The mother and daughter looked toward the entrance of the cruise ship. Sure enough, Jiang Xiaowei and her family had arrived. Wei Ying and her mother were there with Wei Liao and the others. She was Jiang Xiaowei's mother-in-law. The old lady was in a good mood and walked with her daughter behind Wei Liao and Jiang Xiaowei. She was wearing a silk cheongsam from a luxury brand and looked dignified. Obviously, she was the wife of a rich upper-class family. Huamin took Pudding's hand and hurried over to greet them. Wei Yunchu was happy to see Pudding. Pudding. Pudding smiled shyly. You didn't come with Boing? No, Auntie Lingling said she ordered longevity peaches for Auntie Mian, so she went to pick them up. She'll be back soon, Wei Yunchu answered happily. Pudding, take Yunchu over there to find your sister. If you're hungry, ask Daddy to find you something to eat. Okay, Mommy. Pudding led Wei Yunchu to the main hall of the cruise ship. Huamin greeted Wei Liao's mother and chatted happily with Jiang Xiaowei and Wei Ying. At this time, Su Yu still hadn't boarded the ship. Tang Chuan circled around and greeted everyone. Feeling bored, he began to look for Su Yu. She finally found him at the entrance. Hey, Lord Su, why are you in a daze here? Come, follow me. We'll find Master Wei and fight the landlord, for a while. You look like a landlord to me. Su Yu chuckled. Damn, you've been single for 10,000 years. You're always going crazy on holidays like this. But I understand. You're an old single man. You're full of fire and have nowhere to vent. Hee, why don't I introduce you to a beauty tonight and bring her home to vent your fire? Tang Chuan laughed lewdly. Su Yu gave him a dirty look. Don't give me these crooked tricks. Besides, I brought a female companion today. I'm not a bachelor anymore. I've had enough of this. Whoa. Really? Don't lie to me. I'm not lying to you. If you're lying to me, you're a super green shell, invincible and white-haired bastard who's afraid of water, Tang Chuan said out of nowhere. Su Yu kicked Tang Chuan in the butt. Where the hell did you get these fancy words from? Mr. Tang, President Su didn't lie to you. He does have a companion today. And giggled. Is it Zheng Ro? No, it's not her. Su Yu immediately denied it. But this is interesting. Where's the girl? Pull her out and let me see. Tang Chuan looked around in excitement. What kind of person could make Su Yu bring her to such an occasion? Chapter 3652. Tang Chuan was looking around when Han Yueao came out. After teasing Su Yu, she ran away and changed her clothes in a nearby washroom. Then, she put the dress she was wearing into a bag and held it in her hand. As the saying goes, clothes make the man. Han Yueao was a beautiful woman, although she wasn't as beautiful as Lu Yen. However, she was definitely one of the most outstanding beauties in the crowd, the first sight of her. So, after putting on this expensive gown, her aura changed. That one over there is her, and pointed it out and told Tang Chuan. Damn, when did you meet her? You're good. Lord Su, you're flirting with a girl without telling your brother. Why should I tell you everything about my private affairs? Don't try to get close to me. You keep calling us brothers. Damn it, ever since you met Qi Ning, do you still see me as your brother? Ah, look at our boss. He's full of resentment. And was amused to see his boss in such a state. At this moment, Han Yueao walked up. After changing, she really looked like a different person. Then, she glanced at Su Yu and said calmly, "Let's go." Hello, beauty. Let me introduce myself. I'm Lord Su's. Hello, Mr. Tang. How do you know? I've heard about you from Su Yu. I've heard a lot about you. That's right. I'm indeed very famous. No one do you know? I understand. Damn it, stop bragging. Get out of the way. Go and accompany your little ancestor. Otherwise, Qi Ning will skin you alive. Su Yu pushed Tang Chuan away with a smile, stopping him from teasing Han Yueao. Then, the two of them walked in. President Su, you guys go in first. I'll take a breather at the entrance, and said. Su Yu knew that and was hoping that Lu Yen would come. If Lu Yen came, she would definitely come in from the entrance. After all, this was the only way. So, he didn't say anything or expose him. The two of them walked in together. Although the two of them wore matching clothes, there was still a distance between them. They didn't hold hands or hug each other's shoulders like other couples. After all, this was their relationship. How do you know Tang Chuan? Su Yu kept a straight face and looked ahead. Those who didn't know would think that he was talking to the sea in front of him. Excuse me, is President Su talking to me? If not with you, then with the air? But shouldn't we look into each other's eyes when we talk? Han Yueao smiled slightly. I can no longer look you in the eye, Su Yu teased. Indeed. After all, I'm too beautiful. You're afraid that you can't take your eyes off me. I don't blame you. Hee, you're slow at learning other things, but you sure are skilled at shamelessness. You can even say such things. You're flattering me. I wasn't this capable before. Ever since I came to Imperial Star, I've changed a lot. I think like boss, like employee. Su Yu, so, you haven't answered my question. How do you know Tang Chuan? I don't remember telling you about my buddies. Su Yu was indeed curious. It was indeed strange that Han Yueao recognized Tang Chuan. Come on, Weibo is already full of information about you. Let alone me, even a random fan of yours would know about it, okay? So you women are so gossipy. Su Yu looked at her in disdain. Isn't that because you're a gossiper? Don't you know why you're the most gossipy among the 4 young masters of Sea City? Han Yueao retorted. Chapter 3653. What do you mean? Come on, tell me about it. Su Yu called out her number. Don't. It's Sister Mion's birthday today. I'll tell you about it when I'm free. After all, it'll take 3 days and 3 nights. Su Yu, President Su, have you heard of a saying? What saying? Su Yu tilted his head and looked at Han Yueao curiously. A fly doesn't bite a seamless egg. So you mean I'm that egg? Su Yu tilted his head and asked unhappily. No, you misunderstood. I mean you're that fly. Okay, Han Yueao, you said I'm a fly, right? Then I'll show you what a fly is today. Su Yu grabbed Han Yueao's arm and was about to pull her to the side. To his surprise, the girl suddenly shouted, Hey, what are you doing, President Su? There are too many people here. It's not good to do that. Su Yu, her voice immediately attracted the strange looks of the people around them. Su Yu wanted to find a hole in the ground and hide in it. His illustrious reputation had been ruined by a greedy little girl. Han Yueyao smiled smugly. She had ways to deal with Su Yu. Of course, the premise was that Su Yu didn't really want to do anything to her. She knew this man's bad temper was a bluff. In fact, he was very gentle and loyal. She had heard all kinds of news about Su Yu, both positive and negative, and there were many versions of it. However, she could never understand a person from other people's mouths. She had to see it for herself. During this period of time, Han Yueyao found that Su Yu was a good person, but sometimes he was as innocent and childish as a child. So, she especially liked to anger him. "Yao, you're here." Huamin stood in front of them. Su Yu was even more embarrassed to bully Han Yueyao. "Sister Mian. The dress is beautiful. It suits you very well. I tricked President Su into wearing it." "How dare you say that?" Su Yu glared at her unhappily. Huamin chuckled. "It's fine. Your President Su is a tycoon. Even if he gets scammed once a day, he won't go bankrupt." "Haha." Han Yueyao burst into laughter. Su Yu was speechless. "Huamin, whose side are you on? Why are you siding with an outsider?" "Who's helping outsiders? They're not outsiders." "All right." Su Yu. While the three of them were chatting, a voice sounded behind them. "You're all here. I've been looking for you for a long time." Huamin and Su Yu turned around at the same time and saw Xing Rou in a black evening gown. She had put on very beautiful makeup tonight. It was obvious that she had dressed up meticulously. She was holding a small bag in her hand. It was obvious that it was a classic from a famous brand. He hadn't seen Xing Rou like this for a long time. "You're here." Huamin greeted her with a smile. "Yeah. I don't know anyone here, so I thought I'd come to you. Lord Su, you won't mind if I'm a third wheel, right?" "No," Su Yu said mildly. He glanced at Xing Rou and didn't say anything else. Xing Rou's eyes fell on Han Yueyao. "Little girl, this dress isn't cheap. Lord Su is really generous. He's willing to spend money on girls. But you're not fair to me. When I lived in your house for so long, I mopped the floor and made breakfast as a nanny. Why didn't you buy me a decent dress?" "My heart feels like it's bleeding," Xing Rou said with a faint smile. The others didn't know if she was joking or not. Huamin didn't know how much she meant to Su Yu, but he knew she didn't come here with good intentions. Chapter 3654. "So, as your ex, you're not here to celebrate Sister Mian's birthday but to pick a fight with Su Yu, right?" Han Yueyao broke the silence. Of course not. I was just joking. You don't have to take it so seriously." Xing Rou didn't argue with Han Yueyao's sarcastic words. "Of course, I was just joking. Miss Zheng, you don't have to take it so seriously." Han Yueyao smiled and held Su Yu's arm intimately. "Big brother Su Yu, let's go eat something over there. I'm hungry." Su Yu nodded and glanced at Xing Rou with a mild expression. "Excuse me." "Go ahead." Xing Rou smiled and didn't make things difficult for him. After Su Yu and Han Yueyao left, Xing Rou walked up to Huamin with a smile. "Mian, you look good in this dress. It suits you very well." "Thank you." "I'm glad I can come to your birthday party. Don't worry. I won't pick a fight with you or embarrass you. I'll do what I said." "Okay. I know you're not that kind of person." Huamin said this because he was afraid Xing Rou would be agitated and pick a fight with Su Yu. After all, there were some famous media companies present. It wouldn't be good if someone wrote something about it based on groundless accusations. Xing Rou didn't say much. After chatting with Huamin for a while, she went to the lounge to drink champagne and watch the night sky on the cruise ship. Lady Su came alone because Lord Su and his father were always away on business trips. She was lonely. Fortunately, Huamin got her a job at Southside Recuperation Center as a charity worker. When Mrs. Su came, she brought her assistant with her. She was a woman in her 30s who looked very elegant. Some rich ladies on the cruise ship saw Lady Su and hurried over to greet her. Wei Liao's mother also went over to catch up with her. When Huamin saw her, it was already 20 minutes later. The twins were very happy to see Lady Su. He jogged over. "Grandma Su, Grandma Su." "Io, my two little darlings. I haven't seen you for a few days, but you've become prettier." "Grandma Sue, why are you here alone? Where's Lord Sue and Great-Grandpa?" Little Bean looked around curiously. The two of them are still busy. Only Grandma came over. "Okay, Grandma, come with me. I left you some delicious tiramisu." Little Bean winked at her. "Okay, thank you, my little baby." "Grandma Sue, who is the auntie next to Handsome Sue? Is she his girlfriend?" Little Bean continued to gossip in a low voice. Lady Sue raised her head and glanced in the direction of her son. After clearly seeing his female companion, Lady Sue was exceptionally happy. "Yeah, that's Uncle Sue's new girlfriend. Isn't she pretty?" "Yes, she's pretty. I like her." Little Bean snickered. At this time, Mrs. Sue hugged Pudding again. "Little Pudding, did you miss Grandma?" "Yes. In a few days, when your great-grandpa and the others come back, you two can come and stay for a few days, okay?" "Okay." Little Bean nodded sensibly. Huamin walked up. "Auntie, why are you here? Didn't you say that we were a group of young people fooling around? It's not a serious banquet, so I didn't want you to come and fool around with us. Your birthday only comes once a year, so I'm here." Lady Sue smiled and then looked at Huamin, who was not far away. "You and Yao are getting along very quickly." Chapter 3655. I'm not sure. Huamin never lied. Although Su Yu brought Han Yueyao to the party, he didn't know the truth. But the two of them were definitely not dating. It's okay. They're both young people. I'm sure they'll get used to it soon. Lady Su seemed to be optimistic about their relationship. "Auntie, I have a question for you." "Go ahead." Lady Su had been in a good mood and looked at Huamin lovingly. Grandpa Su said that the Su family wouldn't marry a female artist. That means a woman from the entertainment industry, right? Yeah. That's what the old master said. If Han Yueyao becomes a star in Imperial Star and becomes famous, don't worry. That won't happen. I won't let you make her famous. Lady Su said confidently. Huamin felt guilty again. She suddenly felt it was unwise to ask Jiang Yi to take care of Han Yueyao. For a long time, Su Yu hadn't helped Han Yueyao much. At least, he didn't make any extra arrangements for her career. Perhaps Mrs. Su was certain that she wouldn't be able to make a name for herself, so she was confident that she was the one for Su Yu. What if, Auntie, don't overthink it? I'm just hypothesizing. What if she becomes famous and a famous star? Then, do you still think she and Su Yu can be together? Huamin asked cautiously. After all, it concerns Su Yu's future. If so, it's up to you. In fact, as long as Yu is willing, even if she's an orphan on the street, the Su family won't mind. If Yu doesn't like her, we won't want her even if she's the president's daughter. This was the most domineering sentence Huamin had ever heard. Lady Su had used Huamin several times to introduce girls to Su Yu because of Su Yu's marriage. Huamian had a feeling that Auntie Su was a little selfish. But after hearing her words, Huamin admired this woman from the bottom of his heart. After all, not everyone in such a rich family could be so open-minded. Qin Chu's mother had strongly opposed Huamin's relationship because of his poor family background. Lady Su seemed to be on her son's side from the beginning to the end. Such a mother was indeed a great woman. "Auntie, you're so kind. Su Yu is really lucky to have you as his son." Huamin was a little moved. "Oh, lucky? I haven't spoiled you much these years. He went to the army at a young age and suffered a lot. After he came back, he started a company and became busier and busier. In fact, he spent very little time with me these years. I'm really happy to have him as my son. I can't say that my son is the best in the world, but, at least in my heart, he's the best. Auntie, I'm really impressed by your parenting style. I hope I can be such an open-minded mother when my second baby grows up." Huamin said as he touched his round belly. "You will. This boy is really lucky to be born in your family." Lady Su reached out her hand lovingly and touched Huamin's belly. They chatted happily. Not far away, Zheng Ro had stuck a tiny earphone in her ear. If one didn't look carefully, one would barely notice it. Standing in the living room and drinking champagne, she heard the conversation between Huamin and Lady Su clearly. Yes, when she was talking to Huamin, she had put a bug in his ear. The device as small as an ant was hidden in Huamin's hair, but Zheng Ro didn't know it. Lu Yen, will you come back? Zheng Ro smiled meaningfully. The chief had said to keep an eye on Huamin. It would take too long for them to get information about the professor. If possible, they would capture Lu Yen directly this time. Chapter 3656. Su Yu brought Han Yueyao onto the yacht, which caused a great sensation. Different from Zheng Ro, Han Yueyao was more open. She wasn't afraid of anyone. After all, she wasn't Su Yu's girlfriend, so she didn't have to worry about her performance. But in this way, she left a good impression on the others. After the twins were taught a lesson by their mommy, they didn't dare to provoke Su Yu's female companion. However, she couldn't suppress her curiosity, so the two sisters had the following conversation that was at a loss whether to laugh or cry. Little Bean, sis, are you curious about the woman handsome Su brought? Pudding, not really. Little Bean, don't you want to know the relationship between her and handsome Su? Pudding, do you have to ask? They look so close. What relationship do you think they have? Little Bean, maybe it's fake. Like last time, Auntie Zheng Ro pretended to be handsome Su's girlfriend, right? But she didn't succeed in the end. Pudding, so, if it's fake this time, we don't have to be curious. Little Bean, but what if it's real? Pudding, we don't dare to verify it. Last time, Mommy was so angry. If we gossip again, Mommy will spank us. Little Bean, for handsome Su's happiness, it's okay to be spanked. Sis, if you can't even recognize the pain, you're not a tough girl. Pudding, I never said I was a girl. If you want to do it, then do it. What's the point of talking nonsense here? Little Bean, do you think I don't dare? Pudding, then do it. Little Bean, I'm not afraid of being spanked by Mommy. It'll only hurt for a few days. But if I'm spanked, Grandpa, Grandma, Daddy, Auntie, and Auntie will feel bad for me. Oh, and Buyan will feel bad for me too. Pudding, so? Little Bean, so you're the older sister. You should sacrifice yourself and test the waters. Pudding looked at her sister in amusement. Pudding, Little Bean, if you're spanked, so many people will feel bad for you. But if I'm spanked, no one will feel bad for me? What kind of logic is that? Little Bean, sis, calm down. I'll analyze it for you. If I'm spanked, will you feel bad for me too? Pudding didn't say anything and continued to stare at her sister quietly. Little Bean continued, but if you get hit by me, I won't feel bad. So, compared to the two of us, there are more people who feel bad for me and fewer people who feel bad for you. So, you have to do it. Pudding, you don't dare to mess with Mommy and Daddy now, so you're professional messing with your sister, right? Little Bean, hee hee, my sister is rich. She can take whatever she wants. Pudding, get lost. I don't want to do that. Let's just wait and see. If handsome Su really likes her, we'll see. Little Bean, but I can't wait that long. I think I know it now. Pudding, then why don't you figure it out yourself? Seeing that her persuasion was useless, Little Bean turned around and went to find the honest Gao Buin. Buin, let's play a game, okay? Game. Chase after me. If you catch me, I'll kiss you, Little Bean continued. We're in public. I don't think it's appropriate, Gao Buyuan said with a red face. If you don't want to play with me, then forget it. I'll play with Brother Yunchu. Then Little Bean turned to leave. Gao Buyuan grabbed her with his chubby hand. Come back. How can you play with someone else? Gao Buyuan was very displeased. So, you agree? Okay. Then you can run. I'll chase after you. Okay. Hurry up and chase after me. Then, Little Bean began to run like crazy. Although she was chubby, she ran very fast. She dashed toward Su Yu and Han Yueyao. Then she pretended to bump into Han Yueyao by accident. Han Yueyao lost her balance and dropped the red wine in her hand. The red wine in her hand spilled all over Su Yu's black and white shirt. Su Yu lowered his head and looked at the messy state his expensive shirt was in. He felt as if someone was going to die. You're tuning in to the Wang Lin's Journey YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.